Hello, my friend. It's the Crypto Lunatic, live from the Lunar Café, bringing you hidden gems before they pop and simplifying the language of crypto to newbies. And today I bring you a little gaming degen play. It's not quite degen. It's not quite degen by the parameters that I usually put on degen, but it certainly looks incredibly undervalued, and it's had some very exciting activity today. So that is what has got it to my attention. So today I'm going to explain how I found it, what it is, and why it might be worth looking at. I also want to tell you that this definitely isn't investment advice. I'm not invested in Yield Guild games, and they are not paying me to make this review. It's completely neutral, my friends. It's just a resource to show you what to look for if you're looking for coins that have got great upside potential and represent within the degen zone. Now everything's high risk, but as lower risk as can be found. So, with that in mind, my friends, join me on a little journey into Yield Guild games. So, it started here, volume 24 hours, and you'll look, this is an insane figure. For some reason, like an insane amount of volume has gone into Yield Guild games today, and we're going to look at that. It's got a market cap of 107 million, which is low enough for it to be interesting, really interesting as far as upside potential is concerned, but high enough to be an established project. And as like a lot of the coins I talk about, you look at the chart and it looks like a scam coin. So let us follow the journey. It started life in July 2021 at $1.66. And it shot up, my friends. Look at that. By September, it was up to $8.26. And here in November 2021, this was trading at $8.70. So it's been in these lofty heights. And like many coins, especially in gaming, crash. Now look at the price, 16, 20, went up a bit, went down a bit, been trading. But this thing, I'm looking for bottoms. Look. So follow the price here. Look at the bottom, 18. It's gone as low as 18. Hang on, let's go back a bit there. Down to 13. So what we're seeing is it's been sort of surfing here. It's had a few ups here in March 2024 and then back down. And it had a little interesting upturn here. Now, when the market was last up in December, this thing was trading at 76 cents. So already you can see, like a lot of cryptos, it's crashed down. But what I want to do now is take you into a much more micro analysis of the token and what it's done. So what you'll see, it's traded down, it crashed down, and now it's shooting back up again and settling here. So today it's had some very interesting, this looks like manipulative activity, my friends. It does really looking like that. Now, these tiny little low cap gaming coins, they're great for investors who want to manipulate the market to come in, to pump them up, and then to sell off. So you're always going to get dangerous stuff like this. Now, usually with these gaming projects, a lot of the tokens are to be released. That's got 62% of the circulation supply or the total supply in circulation. Now, it's not brilliant, but for gaming coins, that's okay. Over 50% is better than most. So yes, there has been price suppression. You can be sure that people early stage have been taking profits with the vesting schedules. Let's go down. Let's look. It's on Binance. That's a top tier exchange and a lot of other top tier exchanges. Not quite made Coinbase yet, but I mean, Binance is big. So we look down here. We see here that apparently 94% of the tokens are unlocked, which is a little bit mysterious since it's telling us that 62% of the only 62% of the supply is in circulation. So, bit of disparity there. We see the vesting schedule. There's mainly most of it's been flushed out, but there's still some to go. Now, can we trust this metric? Well, the point being that most of the unlocks that have happened have already happened, which is why I would explain why the price suppression has happened. 46,000 holders, that's quite a lot. Holders distribution, that is a terrible stat. It's terrible. So We're going to look into what it is, but Yield Guild Games is the world's first biggest Web3 gaming guild where players can find their community, discover games, and level up together. Its mission is to become the leading community-based user acquisition platform in Web3 gaming. Now, that's a big ask and that's a big claim. Whether it proves to be that or not, we don't know. So I asked X, my friend Grok. So what is Yield Guild Games? I put in what's Yield Guild Games? How are they positioned against their competition? And what is the sentiment on X and the investment case? So Yield Guild Games is a decentralized autonomous organization, or a DAO, a Web3 gaming guild founded in 2020 by Gabby Dixon, Beryl Lai, and Owl of Moistness. Now, who Owl of Moistness is, well, I can only speculate, my friends. I can only speculate as to what Owl of Moistness is. It operates a global network that invests in non-fungible tokens. I'm not going to read through this. Pause it if you want, because it can be a bit techy. So, again, you can read through this should you wish to. I'm not going to read all of this because I've got a summary at the end that's going to highlight most of these. And not only that, I find that a lot of the AI stuff can be out of touch, especially this, because it's talking about the competitive merit circle, which is now Beam. So I question, how in date Grok's information actually is with regard to this. Now, by all means, pause it should you wish to. Sentiment on X. This is something that we can look. Recent X activity is overwhelmingly positive, with high engagement around Yield Guild Games, events, quests, and partnerships. Official posts from Yield Guild dominate promoting gap seasons, e.g. Season 10 or 61 quests and games like Pixels Online, and collaborations. So it seems generally positive is what we're saying. The overall sentiment is 85% bullish. It seems to have a positive effect on X, which is where it all happens, of course. So by all means, read this. We will go through a more in-depth token analysis a little bit later. So we are going to App Nansen. So App Nansen doesn't really want to play with us. It doesn't want to play with us, folks. So we will bypass App Nansen, which doesn't really tell us a lot that we can't find elsewhere anyway. So we check out their X profile. We see there's 234,000 followers, which is pretty impressive, my friends. We see posts from 2 hours ago. It's active. We see 11 interactions. It's okay. 29 here from 11 hours. So we're seeing an active account. 137 there. So this is an active social media account, and it's saying that it's generally positive. So this is good. So we look at we take a look at their little website. So you build guilds and forge friendships and win with Yield Guild Games. Let's play. So it's a gaming ecosystem. Now, the thing is, what's critical with this and amongst a lot of different gaming coins, it's not just one game. Its success does not depend on just one game. It is a guild of games. There's lots of different games within their ecosystem, which makes it a little bit, dare I say, safer. It makes it less risky than a lot of the games that are just a single game, depending on adoption. This is a guild of games. So this says 62% of the circulation are out. And also, this is important, my friends. The IDO was 0.2. Now, that means that the IDO investors that invested 12.5 million are currently sitting on a loss. I want to give you context of this because there should have been a bit underneath and the X part that I did when I did ask it. I did ask it at the bottom of this. What did the previous funding rounds get in at, which gives you a more complete price performance. So you've got seed rounds. They got in for, this was how much was raised. And this is likely price. Now, some of this is Grok guessing. But what you can see is a likely price between 1 cent. They're saying 4.5 cents on the private sale. This is why the price has been suppressed. So all of these early investors that got in at this price 0.10 cents here, 20 cents here, which is the one on crypto rank. So whenever the tokens are released, there's profit taking because they're sitting on profits. Anyone that got in here is already sitting on a 3 to 4x. So that's why profits get taken, and this is why price gets suppressed, my friends. So what we're going to do now is have a look on DApp radar, which probably isn't going to tell us a lot that we don't already know. But it's always the reason that I do this is because we like to check data points from multiple different sources just to see if they're adding up. Now I've got that on a 180-day time frame. But what we're seeing here is the circulating market cap. That's got it just under. That's got it on 92 million. Now you'll notice we started on 100 million when we went to coin market cap. So there was already a disparity. This has got an all-time high of almost $10 according to this, and massive volume today that has come in. So not really telling us a whole lot here, except that we're up 20% in the last 24 hours because of a large volume shift into the token. So finally, this is the prompt I've been working with on Claude to do a token assessment. And what this prompt assesses is two things. How valuable the coin is fundamentally and whether it's underpriced at the moment. So with this, I'm not going to read everything. I'll give you the executive summary and we'll look at key metrics because I've asked it to put things into percentages for you. So Yield Guild Games is a pioneering Web3 gaming guild and play-to-earn ecosystem founded by gaming veteran Gabby Dyson, fintech entrepreneur Beryl Lee, and developer Owl of Moistness. What a great name. In 2020. Starting as a scholarship program during the Axie Infinity boom, Yield Guild Games has evolved into a comprehensive gaming platform with Yield Guild Games Play, game publisher and discovery platform, a 7.5 million on-chain ecosystem pool for active treasury management and expansive global sub-guilds. So there you have it, my friends. It was born there. The overall project score is 62, which is roundabout average, and the undervaluation score is 71. Now, these are the main metrics, and that's high. That's good. That's a good score. So you can look through this and pause this should you wish to go through major detail. But this is a really deep dive prompt that I do. It talks about the exchanges that it's been listed on there, how credible they are, the assessment, the valuation framework we go through. We look at valuation comparisons on this table here. We've got a niche and competitive landscape, which we've gone through, comparing it to other aspects. A comparative analysis between others in the circle. Now, Merit Circle is Beam, and I've also done a review on this one. Axie, I believe, is a Dino coin, even though it is still performing reasonably. It is declining. This is the main thing. Gala Games struggling. So Immutable X is established. The Yield Guild Games is recovering. So, and Merit Circle or Beam is small. So historical advantages: first mover in the guilds. It rode the Axie Infinity boom perfectly, built a massive community of players, and secured top-tier VC backing, which is a bit of a gift and a curse from an investment point of view, especially when we talk about vesting schedules as we go through this. A lot of information. I'm not going to bore you with it all. We'll get straight down to the tables and the stats, but you're very welcome to read through this should you wish to. Now, team is important. Looking here with the background. So Gabby Dyson has a 20-year career as a game developer, starting with the creation of the first Philippine-made game in 2003. So she founded a Manila-based game studio, Altitude Games, which released the blockchain game Battle Racers in 2019. He's recognized as a leader in NFT gaming, an active member of Axie Infinity and Yearn Finance communities, and a board member of the Blockchain Game Alliance. So it looks very credible. You can read through this should you wish to. But what I will do is I will get you through to the stats. So the weighted team score is 83. Now, this is important. That's a very high score for the team credibility and strength, which you definitely need if a project's going to work. So this looks positive, looks very positive. They've got a treasury. So here's a comprehensive scoring matrix. So you can read through all of this should you wish to, my friends, or you can just look through all of these. We see low in competitive position. There's a lot of others out there doing it. Low in current profitability and revenue, which is why we're so price suppressed. Technology, innovation, not great. Competitive position, not great. But trading volume health is very good. Team quality is very good. Market demand and niche is very good as well. Tokenomics quality, very good. So overall project score is 69, which is well above average. Most projects that go through this iteration of the prompt that I've put in average between 60 and 65. So it's above average in the quality of the project. Now we go to undervaluation metrics analysis. Price for all-time high. Well, that's high because it's been rinsed. Look, it's gone down from $11.27 according to this, an extreme discount. Or is it about to die? We never know with stuff like this. So it just doubled from the cycle low. So these are high metrics, market cap versus raise. You can see it's generally high on the undervaluation score, with its lowest score being P2E narrative versus reality. So you can see there, is it going to recover? We don't know. But very high score, 82 as an undervaluation score is a very high score on this testing matrix that we put together. So can read this should you wish to do so, my friends. So comparable analysis, confidence levels. Now the confidence in the things that we've tested, team verification, the technology assessment, the market data, the undervaluation thesis, recovery potential is the lowest score. Well, it's the second lowest score, sector timing. So there you go, an overall score of 79, which is well above average, and the catalyst risk assessment is there. You can by all means read through that. Should you wish to, my friends, I am not going to present more of this. I'm just going to breeze it through here to the investment thesis summary. So this is the bull case scenario, target $3 to $10. That's the bull case. The base case would be about 50 cents to $1.50. And the bear case would be 5 to 10 cents. So there you go. There's the overall. And the conviction level is medium high, a 7 out of 10. So, my friends, there you have it. A very strong team with a project that has massively underperformed, quite possibly because of the thing in crypto that kills projects, and that is vesting schedules. Lots of VCs get in very early. They see all of this stuff, they get in early, and they do not deliver. All they deliver is profits to themselves, which suppress the price over time. And this can be very difficult, my friends. So it looks like a lot of that's been flushed out of this this token. Is it a good one? Is it a good performer? Well, it looks like it's a good risk reward at this price and this point in the market. Are there better projects? Almost definitely. But the point being, from a risk reward perspective, Yield Guild Games at its current price looks like good value. And I think you can comfortably look at least a 5x from here. Not according to the bear case on the AI prompt, but I would say that based on the fact that in December that this was up to 89 or 80 something, you could be looking at this hitting $1. I would be surprised if it doesn't this year. But I'm just a lunatic on the Lunar Café making these random calls, my friend. And it doesn't really matter what I think. What do you think? Is Yield Guild Games a hidden gem? Or is this a dead, dying duck that is just having a dead cat bounce before it plummets to nothing? Well, we don't know because we're in a risky ecosystem, my friends. And we never know these things unless you have psychic ability. So if you've enjoyed this, then please do like and subscribe to the channel. If you want another one of my videos, you'll find that just there. But either way, my friends, stay lunatic, have fun, and make money with crypto.